I couldn't. What's up? I couldn't have started watching all pile horror films without watching another Charles Band production. So let's do it. This is not a full moon release though. This is Dolls. It was released by Empire Pictures, uh, March 6, 1987. It was written by Ed Naha, who's also known for doing Troll, and produced by Charles Band and directed by Stuart Gordon. If you're not, that name sounds familiar. He's the one who's directed Reanimator. He's done From Beyond, Dagon, Castle Freak, The Dentist. He's done quite a few films like that, and Robot Jocks and things like that. So he's an iconic B horror film director of like the 80s and 90s. And this like I think like flopped or broke even when it went to the theaters because it had a box office earnings of only $3.5 million. Yeah. So Dolls. What's that story about? Well, Dolls is you follow father and his daughter and his wife, who's second wife. They make that clear. They're on a road trip. I think it's in Britain, if I remember correctly. And yeah, they go on a road trip and they get somewhat lost through a storm. And yeah, so they stop and then they stop at this house that's in the middle of nowhere and come and yeah, go there, and then they meet this older couple that takes them in and lets them stay the night, and it ends up being that the husband's a doll maker, a toy maker, and has a lot of like porcelain dolls and toys and stuff like that. And basically, yeah, the first half of this film is them touring the big mansion and getting into it, and then there's three more characters come in. The storm hits, and then three other people have tough luck. Two punk rock looking chicks, Madonna style looking chicks, and a dude some other dude to pick them up comes in and asks if they can stay too, and that's how that sets up. And then eventually, slowly, the dolls become to life and start killing them off. And you learn the true story of this older couple as it plays out. Yeah, this this film is. I actually really enjoyed it. I love killer toy movies and stuff. Obviously they're not scary, but it's a lot of they're a lot of fun usually if they're done correctly. Um, this one takes its time to set up the story, but it fleshes out the characters really well. There's well crafted characters. Majority of them are likable and stuff, and a couple you could tell are gonna get killed off earlier and stuff. But it's a lot of fun. And when the toys come, like the opening scene, also I forgot to tell you, the opening scene is fantastic. There, at one point, the girl's like teddy bear gets tossed out the window by the stepmom, and it comes back as a big giant bear and rips the her face off or something like that. And it turns out it's like a werewolf like creature in it, and yeah, that ends up being a dream sequence. But it's still the opening scene is fantastic, and I absolutely loved it. And the toy scenes where they go on the killing and stuff, it was really cool. There's a lot of good stop motion animation, which you don't see these days anymore, and it's so well put together and well animated for like the budget they had and stuff like that. It was really well put together. Some of the facial contrasts and stuff like that might be a little off-putting to some people, but for all the puppetry effects and stuff like that, it's really well done. Even with the puppets attacking people and stuff, it seemed pretty believable. They're always moving. There's always something going on in the background, and yeah, the effects in this are fantastic. That's all I gotta say. I should just put it. The acting's really good too in this film. There's not really a bad actor or anything like that, and yeah, and overall, I thought this pacing of this film was pretty spot on. It was never really boring or dull. There's always good comedy and some good, just good entertaining scenes in general. It takes a little bit for the toys to come and start killing people, but once they do, it doesn't stop. And boy, do they push it. And yeah, that's what you want in a killer toy movie. And yeah, it's definitely cool. There's even some cool scenes where some of the characters fight back and toys start melting and stuff, and they're still moving, and it looks like humanly body parts in it and stuff like that. That was really cool. And overall, the final scene, as it moves on, there's a good transformation of the scene in it near the end, which is spot on cool. Some parts you could tell is a little dated now, but it's still a lot of fun, and some pretty gruesome makeup effects too. And yeah, I really enjoyed that too. Yeah, so overall, in the backstory, the older couple and stuff, how they explain how they did it, it's a little cliche, but overall, it's still a lot of fun. Um, yeah, this was the first time I actually watched this film. I've seen it everywhere. It's on Shudder right now. It's everywhere. You can get it in like DVD packs and those like 4 or 5 10 film DVD packs and stuff. So it's not hard to find. So if you have a chance, check it out. It's really good. It's the one with like the doll holding her eyes like this out of its sockets, and that they actually have a good scene of that in the film. So yeah, I really enjoyed the movie Dolls. It was a lot of fun. Obviously not scary, but definitely a lot of fun. A lot of good characters. The only one complaint I have, I wish it was longer. It's only like an hour and 20 minutes. But if you add a couple more entertaining kills, it would have been a perfect toy movie, just like Child's Play. But with that being said, I'm going to give Dolls a 4.5 out of 5, only because it's too short. I wanted more, and there was no sequels or anything, so I couldn't. There's a good closing credit scene where it plays on it as if there's a sequel with like more 2 kids and stuff. That would have been cool to check out, but too bad. We got what we got, but it's still fantastic. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's really good. Yeah, so there's a trailer link down below if you want to check it out if you never heard of it. Also, make sure you check out my Instagram, which is linked down below, where I was post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story. Make sure I have the film title and the subgenre film and a hashtag in the video clip. So yeah, follow me on Instagram, stay in the loop. Also, check out my Letterbox. That's also where I post films I'm going to review next on there too, with the star rating. That's usually the first place where I post. So yeah, I'll link that down below too, so you can check that out if you want to stay in the loop. Like this video, share it so more people are aware of it. Hopefully we can get this to a bigger cult following. Maybe get some new ones or a decent remake or something like that. Hopefully. So yeah, like and share this video. Spread the word. Yeah, make sure you comment your opinions down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the film. And if you have any horror films, killer toy movies, or any movies at all that you want to hear my opinions on in the future, comment those down below. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can, and if I can find them. So yeah, and make sure you subscribe, because you never know what I'm going to talk about next. I got a couple other horror films that I want to check out, so that's definitely going to happen. So yeah, make sure you subscribe. Watch out for all those killer toys that are out there. They're a pain in the ass to deal with, but they're definitely still out there. So I guess I'll see you all in the next review, hopefully, if they don't get you. So yeah, till then, cheers.